Hi everyone, how are you doing today? My name's Mary and welcome to the Mystic Mages. I hope you all are having an absolutely wonderful day. Today we're going to be doing Tarot Tuesday, and I know a lot of times Gem's here with us, but unfortunately she won't be here with us today, so it's just me, you guys, and we're doing something very special today. I'm going to be doing a speed run. I'm going to be going through every sign and pulling a card specifically for that sign. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys, really excited to pull cards for you. So if you're watching live, let me know, give me a shout out. Let me know what sign you are so I know who's here with me and that we can talk to each other and all of that. So really excited for this today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time and I hope they're having a nice week. If you missed it, yesterday was our new moon. So Jem and I went ahead and did a new moon party and we did that live here on Facebook. So go ahead and check it out. It's on YouTube. It's on our Facebook page, all of that. So you can really watch that and get information about what's going on in this new moon, what's going on in this Gemini season, and what you need to do to kind of set intentions and move forward in the energy. So super awesome video, guys. Make sure you do check that out. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe and join and all those things so you guys can see our readings. We do daily readings, we do weekly readings, we do all types of stuff, you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So I'm going to be pulling, like I said, a card for every single sign. So make sure that you check your moon sign, your sun sign, and your rising sign. For me, I always find that my sun sign, of course, and my rising sign really connect well. I always find those readings to speak a little bit more to me. So go ahead and make sure you check all of your, your moon, your sun, and your rising. And if you don't know what those are, go ahead and just type it in online and you guys can figure it out. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start at the top of what we call generally the cycle and then go to the bottom. So we're going to be starting with Aries. So if you're an Aries, this message is for you. So let's go ahead. Oh, so many cards flew out. Let's pick the one that popped out the most. All right, here we go. Perfect. So Aries, your card is the boy. And this is such a sweet and cute card. Sorry, I'm just gonna put those away. I really love this card because it means a lot. It really talks about a journey that you're going on. So as you can tell, this card is kind of a young figure, a young boy. This is very much like in the tarot card when you're kind of the fool and you're starting out on your journey. This is someone who's starting out on your journey. So as Aries, you're a fire sign. You're someone who's really getting kind of worked up right now with all the energies that are going on. Got to tap into your younger spirit a little bit. It's time to connect with the younger version of you and tap into this childlike excitement. I think a lot of times we push too hard. We're constantly pushing, we're constantly moving forward, and that can be really hard. A lot of us, I think, want to just kind of do all of the time, and we don't have fun, and we miss that fun part, and we kind of forget about it, and we get disconnected. So all our Aries out there, it's time to get reconnected with your younger self. Tap into that younger energy, tap into kind of that boy energy, that fun that you had as a kid. It's through kind of this space that you're really going to find a lot of the information and the answers to the questions that you're looking for. So that was our reading for Aries today. Let's go ahead and jump into Taurus next. All right. And we're just coming out of a very long Taurus season, so it'll be interesting to see what it has to say. All right, Taurus, so your card for today, for this Tarot Tuesday and this week, is the Song. And I've pulled this card a lot, and man, I love this song because it really talks about, the song, because it really talks about connecting into that deeper level. Everything out there has energy. Everything has a song that it sings, whether it's, a crystal that you're feeling, whether it's another person, it doesn't matter. There's a song connected to all of us. And this card is you letting us know that you're not really listening to that song. So all of our Tauruses out there, you might be being just a little bit too bullheaded and not listening to what the natural flow has to say to you. So it's time to kind of quiet your mind down, take some time for reflection and meditation, and listen to what this beautiful card has to say. This card is kind of a higher number in our deck, so it means you're further on your journey. You're kind of at the end, there's something that's been in development for a long time that's really coming to an end, but coming to maybe a harvest or an end, just, it's moving through the cycle, but you're not listening to the pieces that are the most important right now. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to the natural energy that's going on. And if you don't kind of listen, there's going to be a block there. So stop being bullheaded, put away the horns for a little bit and listen to the divine song that's out there and the message that it has for you. And that's how you're going to move through whatever blocks you have right now. So that was a beautiful card for Taurus. So let's go ahead and jump into Gemini next. And it literally, this card just popped out. And it is Gemini season. So all of my Geminis out there, you are really feeling it. Oh, how funny. So this card is a blank card. I love on my fairy decks when I have blank cards like this because they like to come out and play sometimes. Gemini, this is just telling you that you don't have to have all the information. You don't have to have all the details. Just roll with it, which can be hard for our Geminis out there. You guys are air signs. You should be able to flow, but air signs have an ability to kind of fuel fire, as I always say. You know, air can destroy just like water can be a very powerful force. Air, it can fuel a fire. It can really kind of move a lot. So with all of our Geminis out there, roll into that energy, go with it. You don't have to know all the details. This card is actually letting us know that you're being blocked from some information right now for your benefit. It's important that you don't know all the details right now. Maybe this is a test of your trust. Maybe this is a test of your faith, or maybe you just don't need to know all the details because you just don't need to. So all of our Geminis out there, even if you don't know the details, it's okay. Continue down the path, connect into that divine inspiration, hear what the energies around you have to say, and just go with it. Don't microanalyze. Don't overdo it. Just kind of roll with it. You don't need to know all the details, and that's totally okay right now. Oh, fun Gemini. Calm down. Don't get so worked up is really what that card is telling you guys. All right, so the next one is our Cancers. Now, Cancer, it's coming up to your season soon. We're going to be moving into you in July-ish, so this is going to be very exciting. So let's go ahead and see what it has to say about our emotional and beautiful Cancers. Ah, such a stunning card. Queen of the Night. Yes, okay, I wanted to make sure I could read that right. Queen of the Night. So this is a beautiful Queen card. So all of our Cancers out there, congratulations. You've kind of moved up to the Queen level. What this means is the project or the item that you've been focusing on, it's really moved through all the stages, and you're at this beautiful stage where you're kind of in the Queen energy. Obviously, that is a powerful and strong energy that you're a part of, and absolutely beautiful. But what the Queen of the Night really talks about is some underlying desires and some things that are kind of hidden in the night, some dark secrets. She's a very sexy queen, and that's really what this card is about. So Cancers, you're being a little too logical. And this happens a lot of the time. You're focusing too much on the 3D logical information. It's time to pull back from that a little bit and let in this beautiful kind of sexy, natural, feminine energy into your projects to help alleviate some of the stress that you're feeling. I do this all the time. I get into the masculine mind. I get far too focused on the details, and it can be really kind of damaging and stressful. So all of our Cancers out there, it's time to kind of relax a little bit, you know, get into that fun, sexy energy that is the Queen of the Night. You know, have fun, play with your desires a little bit, play with your sexuality a little bit. Be that kind of natural, beautiful nighttime creature that you can be when you're not being way too logical and way too focused on the fine details. So it's time to kind of believe in that summer energy, that summer night, have some fun, and really invest in beauty as well as a time that I'm really hearing now. Maybe it's time to have a face mask or something like that. Take care of yourself a little bit. Go get your nails done if that inspires you, or whatever it is that talks to you, that gives you that inspiration to connect into that nighttime energy, that desire, that passion energy. That's what not normally seen type of energy, because this is what you need to bring your projects to fruition completely. In the cycle that we go to, we get to the Queen card, and it's really important that in that Queen card, we stand and claim our energy, because we want to move forward into the King kind of card and beyond, where we're very, very strong and we're able to kind of hold on to that energy in a different way. So when we see a Queen card like this, remember it's time to stand in your power. So if you're a Cancer, it's time to stand in your power, that nighttime power, that really kind of sensual power. That's what you need to move through the energy right now and to inspire you to really be creative as well. So gorgeous card. I love her. She comes up in my deck pretty often. I love her message. All right, so the next is going to be our beautiful and prideful Leos. Let's go ahead and see what you guys have going on. Oh, I love Leos. I am a Leo rising, so if you couldn't tell. So I love this card, so I always connect in pretty deeply to the message. Oh, so cute. So all our Leos, look at this card, the big behind. Oh my God, she always makes me laugh so hard. I love this card because she's just fun and she's just cute. Leos, we can be a little prideful sometimes. We can really kind of get our, egos in the way from time to time. And sometimes this can cause a hardship in the projects or wherever we're trying to manifest. It is time to look at things from a new perspective, to lighten up a little bit, to maybe, kick yourself in the behind and get a new perspective. Get your head out of it. Get your ego out of it. Get your pride out of it. All of our Leos out there are really putting some belief, some kind of deep down prideful thing that you used to have. You're holding this belief and it's hurting you in what you're trying to manifest right now, which is not a good thing. We definitely don't want that. We want to go ahead and look at it from a different perspective, take our egos out of the situation, talk to some people about your idea, collaborate a little bit, really get the idea out there and try and have people look at it from a different way. Try yourself to look at it from a different way. Maybe this is looking at some different tools or a different platform. If you're on there trying to date online, maybe it's time to switch to a new platform. If you're looking for a job, maybe it's time to try a different recruiter or something like that. There's just something that needs to be changed up because you're being blocked by your own ego a little bit and your own pride. So it's time to find whatever isn't working and look at that from a different perspective so that you can really make way on what you're trying to get to. You have to remove this block so that you can really kind of move forward, and it's time to look at that from a different perspective. So all my Leos out there, it's time to go ahead and, kick yourself in the butt a little bit. That's an important one. All right, Virgos, you are up next. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, and here's another card. Okay. Here we go. All right, Virgos. Let's get this set up. There we go. And this is the card, the Prince of Light. And he's such a beautiful card. The princes in this deck are really, really interesting characters because princes really become kind of that queen character eventually in this deck. They are the kind of, I don't want to say partners for the queens because they're not quite on the same level, but they carry a lot of power. So all of our Virgos out there, you are being led into a certain direction. You are going after something really, really important. And now is the time to connect into that, to really know what that is. I know if you guys have watched our video from yesterday, which was our new moon video, we talked so much about setting goals this new moon and how critical it is. Virgos, it's really important to go ahead and set those goals for you because this Prince of Light, he's fantastic. He's guiding you on a path to where you want to be, but he's also tricky. He's also saying that if you don't have your own path and you don't carry your own, nugget of inspiration, he'll still go forward and you will follow him just on his path instead of yours. And no one wants that. So it's very important that you go ahead and define your goals, Virgos, define what it is that you want and what you want to do, because you need to be following your own path, nobody else's. So make sure that you're defining your goals, and as soon as you do that, beautiful opportunity is going to come up. You have all these helpers here that are going to help and guide you, and it's going to be absolutely amazing if you're on the right path. So make sure you take a little bit of time during this new moon to figure out what that path is, what your very specific goals are, so that you can follow this amazing energy really into manifesting and bringing to light what you're looking for. So gorgeous card, just a little bit of a warning here that it's important to know what you want and what you're going after. All right, let's go ahead and move over to our balanced and calm Libras. Let's see what you guys have. We did have Libra not that long ago, so you guys have a lot of energy that you just expelled. So let's see what is in store for you. All right. This card, I love this card. The Returning. What a beautiful card. All right, so Libras, you are all about balance and fairness, and this card is letting you know that there's something that isn't balanced in your life. There is something that is returning into your life that, as you can see, it needs a little reflection. It needs a little bit of an attention. There's just something that's returning into your life that's not quite balanced, and we don't want it to go too off the wall. We don't want it to go astray or anything like that. We want to move forward in balance because that's how you're going to achieve your goals goals. So guys, if you are a Libra, it is time to kind of say, okay, what's coming up right now? What lesson is coming up to be learned? What kind of things are coming up in my life? Because it's about to start over. This could be good or bad. This is not necessarily a bad card. As you see, this is a very high number, and it kind of connects with the aces out there as well. So, you know, it's kind of a new beginning type card. You're returning to the beginning. We're returning to the start. All of that. So maybe a new idea is popping up in your head, or an idea that's been recurring for you, and maybe that's the path that you need to take. Maybe there's a lesson that needs to be learned. There's something, whether good or bad, it doesn't matter, that's recurring in your life. And if you hear it, it's really important to pay attention to it. Whether that means that you need to go after that because it's a consistent lesson that's turning up in your life and it's something you want and you need to follow it, or if it's a lesson to be learned and you need to take care of it because you're in an unbalance. Doesn't matter. There's something that's returning to your life right now that's important for you to pay attention to, because it's going to help you get closer to balance, which you Libras absolutely love. So remember this. Remember to just kind of see what's coming back in your life, what's returning into your point of view and your perspective and on your path, because that's where you need some balance. Ah, wonderful card. I think we're a little bit more than halfway through, so everyone holding in there. I hope you guys really like this style. I was excited to kind of do something a little bit different tonight, and I love doing speed reads like this, so I hope you guys are liking it as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump onto our Scorpios. Let's see what those little feisty Scorpios have to say. Oh, you guys aren't spicy. You're beautifully emotional, and sometimes it comes out. I understand. All right, Scorpio. Oops, can I get it in there? This is the card of remembrance. So this is a really pretty card, but it is a warning card. It's a card letting you know, and as you can kind of see by his eyes, there's something that's pulling you back, not in a good way. Remembrance is not looking fondly on the past and connecting to it and growing from it. This is a card that's trying to pull you in. I usually see this card when there is a past flame that, you know, all of a sudden came back in your life and is trying to pull you back into that web. Not necessarily someone you wanted to be with, someone that was kind of maybe not great for you. There is something, maybe it's an old job, maybe it's old beliefs. You know, it doesn't have to be a person or an old boyfriend or girlfriend, but that's what I really get from this card, that there's an old kind of masculine energy out there that's trying to pull you back, and that's not where you want to go. This is where you need to be the Scorpion and really hit your tail on that and just absolutely not. This relationship is over with. This, you know, person, whoever this is, it's done with, it's over with. And while they may look like a little lost puppy and you may think that this is something that might be coming back for your joy or something like that, it's not. This person or this situation is done with, over with, and should be, and they're only going to be an energy drain if you connect back with them. So all of my Scorpios out there, take this as a warning card. Do not let that, whatever kind of person, place, situation, doesn't matter, whatever that is, that's kind of a negative drain, you cut it away for a reason. It didn't work for a reason, so make sure you stick with that and you don't let it back in your life. An important message for all my Scorpios out there. All right, so Sagittarius, let's get into this. All right, let's see what I have to say for all of our Sagittarians out there. Okay. All right, the Pan. I love this card. I love it because it blends a lot of things that I'm into. Obviously, Peter Pan and all of that really cool thing, but it also has some Norse mythology. So what this card really talks about, so all of my Sagittarians out there, is this never-ending kind of cycle of youth. It's different than the boy card that we pulled in the beginning for all our Aries. This is that childlike wonder card. When you think of Peter Pan, I mean, you think of the, you know, the leader of the Lost Boys. You think Robin Williams and all those kind of great people. You think of this childlike exuberance and magic, and that's what's really important for you. You actually see this beautiful rune here, and this is the kind of infinity rune, we would call it that. And that rune is really important because it's saying that it's just a never-ending cycle. That is not a rune that can ever be broken. That is this rune that really talks about unity and cycle and constant, you know, life cycle and movement. So for all of our Sagittarians out there, there is something that's coming back into your life that needs that childlike infusion and magic in it. It's important to kind of feel into the energy here and see what that is about. It's different than connecting into your younger self. Like I said, the boy is a little bit of a different card. This is talking about that childlike wonder and magic that's actually alive in things, kind of that realness. So what that means is if you're looking for a new relationship and you're, going on to a date with someone, look for that wonder and connection and that feeling that you get, that really kind of sparky type thing. If you're looking for a job, think about things that are going to be constantly keeping you interested and keeping your wonder and keeping you excited about it. If you're thinking about starting a new business, think about how you want to set it up where it's going to be constantly feeding you, constantly being in that creative cycle and that wonder like magic. So this card is kind of thinking bigger picture. Where in, what you're trying to manifest right now, Sagittarians, do you need to just kind of connect into that magic and wonder that exists in that? It also talks a lot about being present, this card, which is a message we all need all of the time. A lot of times we miss this energy because we're too far in the past or too far in the future. And we're not living in the moment excitement, the moment that actually exists right now. We're not living in the past, living in the future. We're not living where we need to be. So make sure, Sagittarians, that you're on this plane of existence, that you're here in this timeline and you're connecting in with the magic and wonder that's directly in front of you now. All right. Capricorns. That's my sign, of course. So that's why I get so excited about it. So let's see what my Capricorns, what messages we have for you today. Ooh, love it. All right, Capricorns, the crone. And I pull this card all the time for myself, so I'm very well acquainted with this card. This is a very funny card because we look at her and we can't tell if she's snickering or is she smiling. Is she, looking conniving to us or is she looking lovingly to us? And that's really in our own perspective. Capricorns, we can be in our own minds a little bit too much, and we can overanalyze things a little too much. And there's a situation that we're looking at and we're seeing the negative side. We're seeing kind of that sly side. We're seeing the negative side, and we really shouldn't be. We should be looking at the love and the kindness and the pearl of wisdom that others can give to us without, instead of just seeing kind of something that's scary or something that we think we're not interested in and just blocking it out. That's the worst thing that we could do for ourselves right now. It's very important to look at kind of both sides of the situation and see the good in everything. Because when we see the good and we accept, something that we thought, we thought one thing, but we're accepting something else, and we actually get to see the good of other people, there's amazing pearls there. Pearls of everything that you're trying to manifest. There's beautiful keys and beautiful information out there from others, as long as we choose to take a little bit of time and actually see people for what they are and not just let our instant judgments or perspectives block us. So this is very important, Capricorns. We do this a little bit too much. We really do. That we, instantly analyze and we instantly say, oh, okay, this person's crap. I'm going to move on from them. No matter if they are crap or not, there's maybe something to be learned from this situation. We need to kind of look at it at slightly kinder eyes and look for the good and not just make quick snap judgments, so that we can really get this information that's going to help us on our path. And that is very important for us, Capricorns. All right, 2 signs left. Let's keep doing this, guys. Our next one is going to be for our lovely Aquariuses. Aquarians? I never know what the plural of some of these things are. So let's go ahead and see what all of our Aquarius have to say right now. Beautiful. The Lady of the Forest. I love ladies. I think I connect with them most because they're this very peaceful, very mother-like energy. The Lady of the Forest is calling to you to connect in with nature right now. Oh, you beautiful Aquarians, you have a hard time sometimes. You are just too out there sometimes. There's a lot of emotions in your sign. There's a lot going on. And sometimes you guys get lost out in whatever realm you are. And it's time to reconnect. Like we said in our new moon video, it is super important to be grounded right now. So you need to make sure that you're connecting into the forest. When we look at her, she's sleeping in the forest. She has hair, like leaves in her hair. She's just one with nature. She looks so peaceful and calm. And that is what your soul is craving and what you absolutely need right now. Even if it's just 3 minutes a day. Guys, sometimes I step out into my back patio and I ignore my ghetto ass neighbors and I drink my coffee looking at the trees. And that just happens. You know what I mean? You just need to sometimes, no matter what your situation is, you need to connect with nature. No matter if you're in the city or you're in the forest, it doesn't matter. So all of you who are in the Aquarius sign, no matter it's your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, super important to connect in with nature right now, to breathe it in, to make it a part of your daily routine during this new moon season, all the way through Gemini season, through Cancer season. This is going to be super important for you guys because there's a lot of eclipses coming. There's a lot of things going on. You need to be connected and grounded to make sure that you can really continue on your path in a very energetically safe way, because you are too lost and you're too out there right now, and it's time to get back. Important card, guys. That was an important message for all of our Aquariuses out there. All right, and we're going to jump into our last card, and that is our Pisces card. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say for all our fish people out there. All right. Ooh. This card is the Heartless Love, and you should be able to see it. I think you can see all the detail. Beautiful. So, Pisces, there is something out there that's calling to you, but it's not the right thing. There is something that is probably shiny, something that sounds like a good, opportunity, something that sounds too good to be true. There is something that's calling out to you, and it's not right for you. Excuse me. Whenever I cough like that, I know it's an important message. So listen up if you're a Pisces. Sorry, pounding cold coffee. So Pisces, truly, there is something out there that is really a heartless love. This is something that's going to take you down on your path that you're not intended to be on. This is going to be a path of lessons, which means it's going to be a path of hard shit and not a ton of fun. And nobody wants that. So if you're a Pisces, there is something calling out to you. Maybe it's a current relationship that you're in, or a current business situation, or a current employment situation. It doesn't matter if it's a current or an opportunity. There's something in your life that isn't right, and you know it's not right. You know it's not right because you're mad at it all the time. You know it's not right because you're frustrated or annoyed, or you're constantly fighting with it. You're constantly a pain point, or it's what's holding you back. You know what this is because it's what's not working in your life. And what's not working in your life is very much wrong for you, and it's time to make sure you bypass that. As we can see, this is our beautiful knight on his journey, and he is standing right here, and he can go after this heartless love, or he can just kind of go this way and ignore that whole situation. And that's what you need to do. You need to bypass this, because this is going to be cold. This is not, even though it may look kind of like what you want, it's not what you want. And if this is something that's coming up and you're just not sure about it, it's time to meditate, time to sit down, time to connect with your inner self. If you're really strong in your goals and what it is that you want and what you're going after, you won't be distracted by this nonsense, because you know it's not right. It's half the package, but it's not all that you want, and you know that. So if you're not sure if this situation that's coming up is right or not for you, sit down and get crystal freaking clear about what it is that you want, so that you know if this is the right or wrong opportunity for you. So it's a really important message. Don't just it smells like a fish, it looks like a fish, it must be a fish type of thing. No, we got to kind of dig a little bit deeper. Is this is this the type of thing that I want? Is this who I'm supposed to really be with? Dig a little bit deeper and connect in, because there's an opportunity coming up that's actually not quite right for you, whether you're in it now or it's about to come up, and you need to be careful and not follow that path, because that is a path of lessons that you don't want to make. You've already learned those lessons. It's time to move on and not have to waste your time on something that's not right for you. So that was our message for Pisces. It's important for you guys as well. So a lot of messages going on, a lot of important messages. A number of them were kind of warning messages for you guys. So I love when the cards will give us insight like that, because that helps you guys so much on your path. If I can give you some information to help you be more successful, amazing. That's what I want as well. So super glad that the cards are so willing to speak to us tonight and give us these details. I hope you all really appreciated this speed run. Again, check your moon, check your rising sign, check your sun sign, because they all connect to you guys. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a thumbs up, all of that beautiful thing. It was beautiful to talk to you guys. Like always, I hope you have an absolute wonderful rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.